How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to become a public officer or medic within the ELRP community. First thing we're going to do is head to the first link down in the description. It's going to take you to the master website for the ELRP community. So here we're going to go ahead and sign in. Of course, the screen will say different because I'm already signed in. We just want to make sure that we sign in to the actual website to start the process. Once you're all signed in, confirmed in the Discord, go ahead down to the second link below, which can take us to the Department of Training and Procedures website. Here, this is the master website for a training or procedure guideline. So, as we can see here, there is public officer and public medic. First thing, so you can always decide whether you want to be a public officer or public medic, or you can be both if you decide. Once you decide if you're one or the other or both, go ahead and click the enter button. Now here, as I already have all the documents done, it's going to show you a little bit different. Here, go to your call sign, your public officer, and many different information, whether it's from vehicles, CAD system, which you can find out here too. And then we got the progress bar. So for you, it's going to show you 0 out of 12 for the documents, and this will be 0%. For me, since I already did all percent of it, it's going to show the 100% bar. To find these documents, we'll go ahead and head over to Guides. Here, this is where you're going to be able to find out the documents, how to become a police officer. Basically, you just have to go and read all of them, just to understand the basic lines, some videos to help describe what's going on. And then we've got some that are like documents that says how to go on duty, open chat, officer menu, and of course the vehicle menu, and all sorts. One key thing about going on duty is make sure you have the right call sign. Creating the right call sign is going to help you a lot often. So, for example, it's going to show you PO dash exclamation exclamation exclamation. Those two numbers are dashes are going to be your numbers. So, for my example, my was 408. And you'll just go ahead and continue down to each document. Make sure to read all of them to get that 100% and additional information. So once all the documents are read, we can go ahead and back to where we were. Okay. Once it shows you the 100%, you are fully ready to go on duty. I recommend to always read those documents, as those documents will help you a lot. And then once doing so, we're going to go ahead down to the Extra Life DMV. Link will be down in the description as well as being on the website. So clicking on the link, we'll make sure that we go ahead and sign in and authorize our account for the website. Give it a second here. Okay, here is the master DMV for the ELRP community. They have civilian module, online judge and lawyers, and police module. You'll be able to see this when you have the public officer role within the Discord. Here you can also see the different tabs, so how many tickets issued, your arrests, your warrant request, warrants completed, registered users, and much on. First thing we want to do is go ahead to civilian module, and here you can create a character. So for our character, I'm going to name it James Part, and then we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can pick where you want to be your town, city, zone. Only district, same thing, and it has level education. You can pick whatever you want. For me, I'm going to complete college. For primary employer position, this is going to be a key one. So, for example, for public officer, you'll just put law enforcement officer. So that's what I'm going to do. And then for public medic, you can do the same, just put medic. So I already have it here, so I'm going to select it. Gender, you can go male. Race, you pick whatever you want. Hair color, this describes what your character is going to look like. Eye color, let's go brown. Height, let's go 6 feet. Do 20 for the weight, and we'll just go a random date back in let's say 1995. June, let's go 15. And here you can create a backstory. So let's say law enforcement officer. You can always go and more this detail. Once doing so, you can go ahead and save character. It's going to tell you create character. You may edit and create content for this character. So go ahead and click return to characters. And we're going to go to, let's see here, our character. You won't have these if you have not created our characters. Now here, you can edit anything, register vehicles, register firearms. You can also see any tickets that you have, arrests, or completed warrants. So if we hit edit license, here we can go ahead and add our driver's license, let's say active, motorcycle, active, commercial, so like box trucks and semi-trailers. We'll go active. Firearms, open and concealed permits. We can choose concealed or open carry. And then marijuana medical license, you can go dealer, buyer, or expired. It's all up to you. I'm going to hit save and return the character. Here, back to register vehicles. You can go ahead and register a vehicle by clicking this button. And we can go ahead and say forward for the make vehicle. Model, just go Cadillac or whatever you want. For example, this is going to be a test, so I'm just going to say that. Vehicle color, put the color that you'd like your vehicle to be. Let's go metallic red. And we'll go test for the license plate. Registration status will be valid. If you don't want to be revoked. And insurance, we always want insurance. So we'll go ahead and save vehicle. And the vehicle is registered. And then we can always do the same for the firearm. And as you can see also, vehicle will pop up as a registered vehicle. Going to firearms now. Here we can go ahead and register weapons, such as, let's say, as a concealed. I have a pistol. And then registration status, is valid. And then we can go ahead and save firearm and firearms registered. So that is how to do the civilian module. Head over to the police module once it loads. Here we can do multiple different things, such as license plate lookup. So for example, if we go ahead and look up test as my vehicle, search it up. As you can see, there's going to be multiple different information stuff here. So there's going to be different names, different date of birth, license plates, make models, and registration status. You can also see if they have any warrants for their arrest, or if there are any wanted. So if we scroll down to find a James Tart, as my character name was, and of course there might be a lot of people or a little amount of people. So you'll be able to look up characters and see their background. If we hit go back, I'll go ahead and once it loads, take us back to the menu. So let's say citizen lookup. If you need to search up as someone specific, you can always go, let's say James Tart, search, And as you can see, there's two different James Tart. So let's see here. This would be my, this would be the test character. If we hit view and go down, we can see we have multiple different vehicles. I believe this is my other character. So if we go back one more time, search up James Tart again, search, and we go view. Okay. Now, going over to the online judges and lawyers, we can go ahead and see any online judges or lawyers who at the current moment that are none active. But if you're looking to request one, you can always go ahead and search up here. Now, let's go ahead and hop in game. I can show you how that works. Okay, guys. Once we are in the server, we're going to go ahead and make a random pet. Here I just use my media pet. Now, what we're going to go do is we're going to do F6, civilian menu. Here, you can select between all the different jobs you currently are. So you see public medic and public cop. For this instance, we can go ahead and do public cop, select that, and boom. And in chat, it should say you are selected public cop duty tag. Once again, you have to do T/duty. Here, you want to set your name. So, for example, mine would be j.tart. And as you can see, my name is on the radio, top right corner. Once done so, we will go ahead and using the F6 menu again. You can see in the top right corner that it says placeholder. Placeholder means the call sign that you have to put in. So to put your call sign in, you're going to go to dispatch, enter, and then here is all the dispatch menus. So from selecting different scenes, general backup, you do up to 5. Any backup you need, so if you need San Andreas Marshal Services, SWAT, K9, you can select it here, if they are available. If you need medic, we got paramedic, fire, coroner, teams, and fire investigator. You can request a supervisor, office break, if you need to go on break, detach a unit, transfer a scene, if you ever need our sync man, you need to transfer. Union, if you want to create a union with another member. Here, I'll make another video on how to create a union with another operator. Division status, so if you are SWAT in a whitelist department, here you can select the department that you want to operate as. Going down to unit settings, you can create a new call sign and update name. So if you ever want to change your name, you can always update your name. For instance, I'm going to create a call sign, and going back to the website, it's where the call sign you're given is. It's going to tell you what the call sign is. We'll insert the call sign without the brackets, so it'd be PO-418. And as you can see at the bottom left, it does create the call sign. And it'll bring us back to the menu. There. You can go ahead and go back to dispatch. And at the bottom, you can see the open call signs that you have. These will always save, so whenever you find old ones or have new ones, you can go ahead and select them. So for example, whenever we go ahead and select a call sign, go ahead and press enter and use call sign. Now, you are now activated as PO, whatever your name is, or whatever your call sign is. And then you can go ahead and go on duty. So, for vehicles, they give, oh, for vehicles, sorry, we're going to hit the uniforms. So if you do T/pub cop, you do that, and it'll give you the option to pick out your outfit between pub cop and pub medic. So we have different classes such as class A, B, C, and of course the pub cop jacket. And then if we want to go to pub medic, go ahead and enter that again, go to pub medic, and we have the different ones which I believe do need to be fixed. But these are where they're at. So for instance, we're going to hit pub cop and pub cop class A. This is our uniform. Now, going over to vehicles, let's go ahead back onto the road. Maybe not get shot by the army. Go ahead and do F5 down to public emergency. And here they have the different vehicles. So ELRP1, which is the Charger, I believe, off-brand Charger. And if we want other one, which I believe is not valid, so just the Charger. And for public medic, we got the ambulance and fire truck, which is invalid. So once we're ready, go ahead and select our vehicle. We always want to make sure to change our call sign. Changing our call sign will be able to give others know what we are and who we are. So always put your call sign to your public officer name or your call sign. So for me, it'd be PO-418, and you see it'll show up there. Sorry about that, we had some relocation having to do. So once we are in the central RTO in our vehicle, we have different commands we can set. So starting off, such as 10-6, we can go ahead and go 15-minute break if we ever need to. Code 7, which you can always do by T/678. There's code 22, which is cancel the scene. It's already being canceled. And then there's code 4, which is scenes confirmed and done. So if you're ready to go on duty, you can go ahead and repeat your call sign and saying going 10-8, such as this is PO-418, so we're going back 10-8. And they'll know that we're going back 10-8. If you guys do have any questions or concerns, feel free to send it in the description or go ahead and make a ticket on the extra website and I feel they'll be happy to help you.